Hello, hello, hello to all of my Geminis. This is Queen Moon Ra coming to you with your Motivational Monday reading. It may be still Sunday where you are, Geminis, but this is a Motivational Monday reading. If you haven't had an opportunity to watch Sunday's video that's dated the 14th of May through the 14th of June, please go back and consider watching that. Every Sunday, there are questions that's going to help you prepare for the upcoming cycle change. We're closing out this cycle, Gemini, but we're entering into a new cycle change. We have a new moon in Taurus on the 19th. So I want to try to help you get prepared for that. These questions that we had on Sunday were a few more questions. Usually we have 5 questions on Sundays, but this has I think about 14 questions, or maybe a little bit more. That's going to really help you. You can use them at any time. And so go back and watch the video. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see what's to come. Let's see what's to come. Let's see what your cards have to say. Okay, Geminis, let's go. All right, let's go. The energy has already been cleared. Take only what resonates with you. I'm talking to you if you have Gemini anywhere in your chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but anywhere in your chart. Somebody may be moving into a new home, so congratulations to you all, or moving into a new job or something, but somebody's at the tail end of something, like somebody's at the end of a long journey that you've been on. So all I can tell you is to keep a posture of gratitude. We had the Nine of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Three of Cups, and also the Ace of Cups. Source is saying find something that nurtures your spirit. There's a lot of fire here in your cards. You're an air sign. Every time you think about the things that you left behind, you've been burned, drained, confused, not having clarity in certain things. Make sure your cup of water is filled with fresh water, okay, Gemini? What I mean by that is find out what your moon sign is and find out what nurtures you. So when you get stressed and you get low on water, you want to know how to fill your own water. You're not looking for somebody to tell you something through your ear gate or eye gate or through sexual contact and those kind of things that's refilling your water, especially whoever's bringing it into your life. That energy can be very toxic, and now you're overthinking something, right? You're literally ruled by the messenger and communication planet Mercury, which is now, if you're watching this video, it's already in post retrograde, which means you still want to slow down to catch the messages. But I do see somebody being very happy, moving on from something, physically and emotionally moving on from something. Just protecting your heart, protecting your creativity. So if you're moving on from love, you and your new person could be moving into a new space, and so that's just like fresh, like a fresh reset button, Gemini's. So congratulations. In other words, just congratulations to you all for moving on from something. I do see somebody feeling happy, charismatic, and free because you're moving on from something. And this is where, right here, it was never meant for whoever or whatever you left behind that could have kept you in a state of confusion, could have burned you, could have had you in this, I'm picking up on energy. I'm not really sure what this is. I don't know if they're still connected to something that they're bringing some energy into my life and I'm confused or what. But it was never meant for certain people to be in your life because this is what you were moving towards, King of Pentacles, which is the wealthiest card in the deck. So it doesn't really matter how wealthy you already are. You just had to clear away all the confusion and the chaos and the feelings of being contaminated by anything that was causing low self-esteem, because now somebody's going to really feel the wealth, like really feel. Like I said, King of Pentacles is the wealthiest card in the deck, and so that's what Source has been trying to lead you towards this entire time. Is like it was already predestined for you no matter what. You just had to stop going along with the flow of things. When you knew, you all are too smart of a sign. When you know ahead of time that something isn't right for you, you sometimes you find out like right away. That's why I always tell people, when you're dating, or just like there should be a probationary period, just like just like in every other area of your life, just like on your job. You start working a job, there's a probationary period. The job is trying to see if you're a great fit for the culture of the organization. You should say the same thing about people who want access to your life. I need to see them in different seasons. Maybe I need to start giving people a year probationary period if they want access into my life. Even family members who are trying to resurface back in your life, I need to put you on a probationary period. I don't know what toxins you've absorbed out in the world, and I just need to make sure it does not throw anything out of alignment with where I'm going. So that's not unreasonable to say that, Gemini, to just say, I'm not really sure, even if I haven't seen a person in 5, 10 years, who you've been connected with. I can't just go on that period in time where I got to know you at that part of your life. I need to re-get to know you all over again. Did I just make up a word, re-get to know you all over again? If that's not a word, we just made up. We just made up a word, re-get to know you, right? So anyway, here we have the Tower card. I do see somebody receiving information. You're in a very vulnerable space because, again, there's a lot of triggers, around you. Somebody could be in a new and exuberant love, moving in together, starting a life together after leaving some hurt behind, moving on from some hurt. Sources like any negative thoughts that you are thinking about it or overthinking. Sources like get as far away from that as possible, no matter how much was exposed. Sources like just stay as far away from it. Just keep on moving forward. You weren't delusional. You weren't going crazy, Gemini. You weren't making up anything. But use that same imagination, not for escapism. Use that imagination to dream bigger, to dream even bigger, right? You're at an innate understanding of things now, like somebody's at a higher frequency. Now you understand things from a higher frequency. It's one thing when you're in it and it's a bunch of chaos and confusion and noise going on around you. It's kind of hard to find out what the heck is happening, right? But Source is saying, keep staying in your light. You don't have to be burned again. You should be motivated enough to say, I'm staying in my light, meaning my purpose. When I say your light, I mean your purpose, right? I'm staying in my light, and I don't have to be burned again, or meaning I don't have to keep giving air to it. I don't have to keep talking about it. I don't have to look at people's social media page. I don't have to do certain things. I'm in the moment. I'm celebrating my life right now. So again, somebody feels very, very wealthy. Again, it's not just about money. That's what I want to, make really drive the point home. The wealth is not just about money. It's about your stability, your security, your vitality, patience, loyalty, all of those things. And so for somebody just feels like, you know what? I feel so much better about where I am right now. And again, if you are still going through a storm or you're just newly on the other side, I'm talking about the Nine of Wands here, just recognize Source wants you to just keep on moving forward and not look back. Okay? Here we have the King of Wands, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of the Year at El Bobo. We also have the Strength card, the Justice card. We also have the High Priestess. Yeah. And let's pull two more cards. We also have the Judgment card and also the Wisdom card. So Judgment and Justice card. So somebody's definitely broken generational cycles, chains, and curses. When you look back at, and then you've also severed ties with something. So when you look back, so somebody could be celebrating outside of a courthouse and then finally saying, hey, I'm no longer weighed down by this anymore. I'm moving on finally. I feel happy, charismatic, and free. I feel like things have worked out in my favor. And even if it's not a court case, somebody has broken a generational cycle, chain, or curse and is ready to really close out a cycle, right? Like I said before, for somebody, it may feel like it's luck. It's really not luck. It is really Source saying to you, you just had a higher understanding of some things, right? It could be a Taurus involved, or you could have Taurus in your birth chart. But I do see you moving beyond something. Somebody has definitely gained a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge about a situation. Source is saying, see how this person has their lion on a chain. Source is saying, keep any pride or any arrogance on a short leash. Like, don't let that pride and arrogance come out about a situation. And of course, because you all are ruled by Mercury, you all are excellent communicators. This is not something that you need to communicate with anybody. Source is like, just move on from something. Just like move on from it. We also have the King of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the El Bobo. Somebody may have felt foolish about a situation before. Source is like, but you don't feel foolish anymore. You feel optimistic moving forward. You feel like a changed person. You feel liberated from something. And so, yeah, your sword is out. You're like, I'm just going ahead and close out a cycle. And I'm moving on. I'm getting my rest. Four of Swords came out twice. It could have been two situations attached to, it could be a total of two situations, but it's one situation. Like, for instance, you could have dated somebody who was attached to somebody else, right? And so you're saying, I'm closing out that in general. I'm just closing it out for good. Here we have the Three of Swords and also the King of Wands. It looks like somebody could have been dealing with an energy that was very manipulative. Looking at the cards here, somebody could have been dealing with somebody who was very manipulative. And through this situation, many things have occurred. You could have been deeply disappointed by the energy, could have been heartbroken or deeply disappointed. Certainly, this isn't your first time being deeply disappointed, Gemini, because the disappointed for somebody started in your own family. Remember, it's now what lesson did you learn? Like, what lessons did you learn from your family? A lot of times, when people assume, like, you know what, this person broke my heart, they cheated on me, they lied, they did X, Y, and Z. But how were you conditioned? That's what you want to really go back to, just in humility. How were you? Are you an overgiver? I'm seeing somebody as an overgiver in the cards here. Where did that start from? Where did that conditioning start? Did it start with mom? Did it start with dad? Something that threw your heart chakra out of alignment. I gotta overstay my time in someone else's universe. And a lot of times people will say, yeah, I'm an overgiver. You gotta be real careful of who you tell that to, because if you tell that to a person who is a taker, like a narcissist, they see that as a game. They know you're gonna give them 1,001 chances. And so you, like I said, I cannot reiterate this enough. You guys are too smart, Geminis of a sign, to not listen to the messages that your ruling planet, Mercury, sends to you. So this could be a person who is so busy sending information out to the universe that you don't even have time to sit down and receive messages. So one of the things that you all want to practice, you may want to practice, again, you can kind of sort of, do what you want to do, but with the transformational power questions that I gave everybody on the 14th, which in some parts of the world is still, it's today. In some other parts of the world, it's already the 15th. But please go back and watch that video and go listen to those questions, and start creating your own transformational power question. If you are an overgiver, like I'm seeing here in the cards, you may want to start saying, I am balanced. My scales are balanced, right? I have a healthy work-life balance, right? And then create those transformational power questions to make sure you are mindful, so that you're not overgiving into a point where you're angry and now so frustrated, I'm going to say or do something that's going to go off and burn bridges with innocent people, when I really, really want to move forward beyond all this. But anyway, like I said before, I think, excuse me, looking at your cards, it looks like somebody learned lessons. And so, not to get to a place of second guessing your own intuition. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here, Geminis. But again, congratulations to you all. Meditate and contemplate. If you start to feel Pisces, this card is attached to Pisces. Pisces is the last sign in the Zodiac. You could have Pisces somewhere in your chart. But there should never be this fight against yourself, like this internal fight against yourself. It's better to listen to your first mind, which is God. What is God telling you about a situation? If God is saying don't proceed, don't move forward, then that's the prime time you say to God, show me something and I'm not seeing, God. Show me something I'm not seeing. All of this is tying in with you also identifying what your demons are, so that it's not so easy for your demons to be triggered. And then now you're in a real state of confusion. So somebody may be reading some more books or writing a book. If you are, either one. Source is saying congratulations to you, because again, the King of Pentacles is the wealthiest card in the deck. So that wealthiest card in the deck, again, is Source's way of saying to you, you're not going to get rich just by working one job. You got to have multiple things going on in your life to increase your wealth. And so there could be a book that you're writing. You could be doing all kinds of stuff. But you're going to have to plant the seeds. Here we have 26. I am tactful. You have a desire to succeed and will feel most accomplished when your work benefits others. Your intuitive awareness of what people want allows you to come up with innovative solutions to meet their needs. Yep. Let's see. Here's your affirmation card. And let's close it out, Geminis. Let's go ahead and close it out again. Happy Motivational Monday to each and every one of you all. Bliss. Affirmations for bliss. I liberate my higher self. That's what that full card comes from. It's like I feel changed. I feel liberated. I feel free. Next one is my life is full of wonderful surprises. I am free to be me. I express my individuality. I'm grateful for my unique qualities. I see beauty in the highs and lows of life. I am connected to all that is. I am grateful for silver linings. That is what I have for you, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye.